Hey guys, welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. We started off our week with this delicious Stromboli. I made my own pizza dough and then I stuffed it with some freshly grated mozzarella cheese, pizza sauce, salami, and some pepperoni. To go with that, I made some Parmesan roasted cauliflower. So I just used this whole head of cauliflower and I washed and cut it up into bite-sized pieces. And then I just threw that into a big mixing bowl and then I drizzled some melted butter over the top along with some olive oil. And then for my seasonings, I just used some salt and pepper and I tossed everything to coat. And then I just lay that out on a tinfoil lined cookie sheet and I just spread it out evenly. And I roasted that in the oven at 400 degrees for about 25 minutes. When the 25 minutes was up, I just sprinkled some shredded Parmesan cheese all over the top along with some parsley. And then I popped it back in the oven for 5 minutes. And this is what it looked like when it was done. This is seriously so delicious. I can eat the whole head of cauliflower. I have made a whole recipe video on this Stromboli, so I will definitely have that linked in the description box, and I just serve that with a side of pizza sauce that I warm up, and then I will also have the recipe for the cauliflower linked below as well. On Tuesday, I tried a new recipe for a cheesy buffalo chicken tortellini. So I just baked up some chicken in the oven, and then for the other ingredients, you will need some butter, some flour, which I forgot to set out, some minced garlic, ranch, buffalo sauce, and chicken broth, and then some cheese tortellini. I'm using fresh, but you can use frozen or whatever you want, and also some mozzarella cheese. I did not end up using that triple cheddar cheese, but yeah, now I'm going to show you how I put it together. This was so delicious. I love anything buffalo chicken, and when you add some cheese and pasta to it, you really can't go wrong. This wasn't spicy at all, so it can definitely be kid-friendly, and it's definitely a keeper in our house. I served it with a side of steamed broccoli. On Wednesday, I made these chicken BLT tacos, and they were so easy and delicious. I will be showing you here in a minute how I put it together. And then on the side, I made a little Southwestern creamy dipping sauce, and I served it with some baked, cheesy, and sour cream chips. So for this dipping sauce, I just threw in 2/3 of a cup of sour cream, 2 good squirts of barbecue sauce, some chili powder and cumin, and a little bit of salt and pepper. And I just mixed that all together, and that was it for the sauce. And then I just took some tortillas and I warmed them up, and then I spooned a good layer of that sauce on the bottom. And then I put some chicken. I just took 1 big chicken breast and I sliced it into 3 thinner pieces and baked it. And then I layered on some bacon on top along with some lettuce and tomato. And then lastly, I added some avocado slices and I did season those up with a little bit of salt and pepper. And that was it. I just folded those up and secured it with a toothpick, and we loved it. On Thursday, I made these really simple meatballs and brown gravy. So all I did was take 2 packets of brown gravy mix, and I just followed the directions on the back, 1 cup of water per packet, and I just let that come up to a boil. Meanwhile, I was baking some meatballs. I just used the frozen Great Value home-style meatballs, and once that gravy had thickened, I just dumped the meatballs in, and I let those simmer in that sauce for about 10 minutes. So easy. I served that with some homemade mashed potatoes, and I spooned plenty of that brown gravy over the top. And I also served it with some corn and some of these Sister Schubert rolls. These are so delicious. But that was our dinner for Thursday. Hey guys, so I am putting together this cheeseburger macaroni soup. I have made it once before and we loved it. It's been a while, so right now I'm just browning up a pound of ground beef. I have seasoned that with some onion powder, and once that is done, I will drain off all that grease. And then for the other ingredients, I will need some macaroni noodles, some basil, and of course some salt and pepper to taste. Some chicken broth, and I actually have these shredded carrots in my freezer, and I have just let those thaw out, so hopefully those taste okay. And then I will need half a package of this Velveeta and also some milk. I will have the exact recipe linked in the description box, but I'm going to show you how I put this together. Not to mention that I will be adding in some minced garlic. This soup was just as good as I remembered it. This was definitely my favorite meal of the week. Somehow I lost the footage of me showing my serving, but I'm just going to include this picture. I served it with those leftover rolls from the day before. On Saturday, we just had that leftover cheeseburger soup, and then on Sunday, we went out to eat at Raising Cane's. But that wraps up this week. I hope that you enjoyed the video and got some inspiration. If you're new here, I hope that you'll stick around and subscribe. I'd love to have you. I hope you all have an amazing week. Thank you so much for watching.